Good evening. Call the meeting to order at 6:30. Let's start with the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. And just so everyone's aware, we do have John Buckley joining us via Zoom. Good evening, John.
Good evening.
Okay, so I guess let's start with 280 State Road.
I'd like to read the public hearing notice to open the meeting. To all persons deemed interested, a public hearing will be held on Tuesday, November 22nd, 2022 at 6:30 p.m. or as soon thereafter as the agenda allows, before the Templeton Planning Board acting under the Templeton zoning bylaws for a site plan review requested by Dillison Roy Civil Design Group, Inc. for Ronald LaGrave to consider the demolition of existing business, the car works, and construction of a new building. All interested parties who wish to be heard shall be heard. All relevant documents for review are located in the Office of Development Services and are available for viewing at 160 Patriots Road, East Templeton. For further information, please send your request to lweda@templetonma.gov. Kirk Machete, Chair of Templeton Planning Board.
Thank you.
Thank
At this
you.
time, I would entertain a motion to open the public hearing.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Dennis?
Oh, yes, yes, I'm sorry.
No, I meant, so we're gonna, sorry, I should have clarified. Okay, so no discussion. I will now do roll call vote.
Yes,
Yes. John?
Yes.
And I also vote yes. So the public hearing is opened. Thank you. Okay, and I do believe we have someone to discuss the issue. I think probably right there.
That
should
would be great.
Is that high enough? Can everyone see that now?
Yes.
All right, so for the record, I'm Ryan Froshman from Dillison Roy Civil Design, representing the applicant Ronald LaGrave, who is here with us tonight for the projects located at 280 State Road. The existing site, as mentioned, at 280 State Road is actually on the corner of State Road and Karate Avenue. The existing site contains an existing building, which historically has functioned as both a single-family dwelling. And in the rear of the building, Ron LaGrave for several years now has operated the Car Works, a auto repair facility. The site is in a residential zone district, and it is just over 3/10 of an acre, so it's a relatively small site. And a large portion of the site indicated here, I know it's a little hard to see, but indicated by this brown area at the top of the site is a bordering vegetated wetland. The proposed work area is going to be entirely upgrading of that wetland area. There is a proposed existing access strip that's paved off of State Road. However, the primary access for the existing facility is off of Karate Ave, again indicated by this area here in gray, and that is existing pavement. The proposed projects and the reason we're here before you tonight is for a site plan review application. And what Mr. LaGrave is proposing to do is to demo the existing structure, which is still on this plan. It's I realize it's hard to see, but it's this dash line here, just so you can still see that. And the proposed project is the construction of a new commercial building, which will function as the same use as a auto repair facility. The access to the site is going to remain unchanged. We still are proposing to use this paved area and entrance off of Karate Avenue. There actually are a few small areas on both sides of the access where we're removing some of the existing pavement to better define the access to the site and clean up those turning radii. The proposed project includes a minor increase in impervious area on the site. It's a little over 850 square feet collectively. I know it might look more intense on paper, but that's just due to the scale of the lot. It's a relatively small size lot, as I said before. To help mitigate and capture some of that increase of impervious area, we're proposing one of two stormwater structures. One is a small detention basin to the north of the building. And that's going to be just upgrading of the bordering vegetated wetlands, which is, you can see by this dark dashed line here. Secondly, around 3 corners of the building, we had a stone recharge trench, which is essentially a trench of trap rock that will help capture and infiltrate some of the stormwater runoff associated with the proposed building. We are proposing to use the existing utilities that are available for the site and that currently serve the existing building. And we were before the zoning board of appeals, I think a couple months ago at this point, for 2 reasons. First, as it's a residential district, the use is commercial, so it was a non-conforming use for the district. So we had requested a special permit to continue the use of an auto repair facility. Additionally, the placement of the proposed building, which complies with the frontage setbacks, which are indicated here on the plan of the dash line. It complies with the frontage setbacks for both streets. There was a very small portion in the rear of the property that was over the zoning setbacks. We requested a variance from them as well. And the zoning board did grant the variance as well as a special permit. Lastly, last night we were before the Conservation Commission as well. There were no, in my opinion, no major comments. The only kind of outstanding issues on our end were to address a few comments that we had received from Mass DEP during their review process. And the majority of those were relative to stormwater management and the system's compliance with the stormwater handbook. So I think that's all I have to say at this point. I'd be happy to entertain any questions or comments.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dennis?
You said you were going to be putting in a detention pond in. Can you show me where that?
Yes, sir. Yep. So I it's not colored up, but there's some grading here. The tension basin, it's more or less a depression here. It's only a couple feet deep. And that's just going to provide an area for sediment to settle up before discharging into the wetland.
Okay. I actually went over and looked at that site a couple months ago when we first got notification of your intentions, and it was happened to be one of the days when we were having a heavy rain, and I noticed that there was a lot of water just beyond your parking lot. It hadn't reached the level of the road yet, but it was getting pretty close. I guess that would be one of my major concerns. Certainly, this would improve the site there on that corner, and it would add to the visibility. But I might have some concern about the wetland factor.
Definitely. And one of the we submitted to your board a drainage report along with our site plans, and we did document that the stormwater runoff post development is actually less than existing conditions. That is one of the requirements for stormwater design. I think it was brought up last meeting. There is a town culvert here that crosses the road. I don't know if that was something that was part of this water.
I can add some information to help you if you'd like. So the town culvert does get backed up, but it is the town's property to clean it. Although Mr. LaGrave has been kind enough to clean it out in the meantime. They did appear before the zoning board about 2 months ago, and they did get the special permit for a pre-existing non-conforming use to continue the property. And they got the variance for the side setback.
Yeah.
Last night, they met in front of the Conservation Commission for Templeton. However, Mass DEP has provided before our Concom did not have any major questions because Mass DEP had covered essentially what they were going to ask. So they just got a continuance. They didn't get an accept or a deny. They got a continuance to provide additional material to Mass DEP and the local Templeton Concom based on the fact that the entire property is in the 100-foot buffer zone and the corner of the building is on the wetland. Mr. Greg Roy was here at Concom yesterday, and they're working on providing that additional material and information to Mass DEP and Concom. It's, soil logs and sedimentary and all the other stuff that it's required because it's so heavily in the wetlands. The other point I'll make is that, which was made last night, there is currently no stormwater management plan on the site. And he's operating a auto body shop, and so a mechanic. So, the stormwater management plan that Dillis and Roy has submitted is quite robust for the type of work that he's doing. And, a significant improvement considering that nothing is there.
Unfortunately, that's one of the lowest sites in Otter River, with the exception maybe of the paper mill.
And you feel free to, if you need to correct me in any manner, that was fairly accurate.
And
Yeah.
we have regulations that manage the stormwater calculations, as long as they're within the stormwater calculations that are within our bylaws and regs, and we don't really have a whole lot of comment about it.
Mr. Greg Roy, who represented last night, said that the stormwater calculations were to the maximum. Yeah, for this type D soil.
Yeah, the
Yes.
underlying soils are all D soils here. And when that's the case on an entire lot, you are required to meet the stormwater standards to the maximum extent practicable.
Okay. And to my comment
Right.
for you about when you visited the site is the runoff of my neighbor's roof goes there. Plus, I'm lower than his property. So all that water collects right there.
Yeah,
So
So
my plan is to build the property up to road level
okay,
and then make sure all that water goes through.
I can remember some years, many years back, when water used to run right out of that road, right across the.
Yep,
the
yep.
road.
and again, having that detention pond there will,
Yeah.
take care of a lot of that.
Right.
Yeah, that would have been my question, is the detention.
Yeah.
The other
That's the-
concern that I have would be parking cars, and I probably no fault of your auto business or anybody's business now, but a lot of places are having difficulty getting parts. They have to leave cars on their lots for a while they wait for parts to come in so they can finish their job.
As of right now, I'm not having that problem.
Yeah, okay.
It's not.
Do you expect to be parking any number of cars there, or?
Well, so I also have a, my dealer's license, which I'm allowed to own 8 cars there.
8 cars?
For sale.
Okay,
To say that I don't have cars there that I'm waiting
Right.
would be a lie. I have actually 1 car there that a transmission's getting rebuilt from another facility. That's the reason why I'm waiting on.
Can
But again,
can I ask this? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, John.
Are you going to have the same amount of parking that you have today?
More or less, yes.
That's really all that matters, Dennis.
is it gonna be on the state road side or the cross?
So, I mean, it's not in this plan, but on the state road side, I want to put like, a horse fence, so to speak.
Mhm.
That way, because there's access from state road
Mhm.
that I don't want anymore.
Okay,
Is that so when we run out of gas, we can?
Yeah. But eventually, I want to brighten up the
yeah,
whatever and curb appeal, yes. And I want a fence in the front.
Perfect.
okay. That's
So
certainly,
there's no access
Okay.
from state.
I would think that would be an improvement for the site.
Yeah. So that right now that the existing inlet is for the original house.
Okay,
The parking lot that I now use,
Right here, Jen. The
Right.
original.
right,
so that's the original driveway. The parking lot that I use now
is in
is in the
the back.
back,
You're right, I've seen that, yeah. Yeah.
but I mean, do I use it as access? Yes. But with the new building plan, that house will be there.
Yeah.
So the building be pushed
Right.
back, so I don't need
Right.
that access.
Yeah.
So I don't want access
I
from
caught that
state.
point, it would improve the visibility on that.
Right.
Yeah, so that's good.
And that was brought up at the ZBA meeting, that the demolition of the current facility and the building construction of this one would improve the visibility for oncoming traffic.
Yes,
That's all I have.
Excellent things.
I have nothing.
So, John, any questions?
Nope.
Anyone in the audience?
Sounds like it's only gonna get better.
Exactly. Anyone in the audience? Yes.
I just have one concern. I'm representing the Stoneland Trust and we're on the end, our property is on the end of that piece.
On Karate or on State? Road?
Of
Karate.
Karate, okay.
Yeah,
Behind.
yeah, the piece that's cut off up there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're over there where his hand is.
Gotcha.
And I just have one concern,
Right.
and of course, I'm in favor of this project. I think it's a wonderful thing. Otter River doesn't get a whole lot of it's done, but anyway, and I own a Subaru, which needs an oil change, by the way.
Got my number. If
All
not,
right, I know where you are.
we can fix it.
But one thing that we've had a problem with is when there's construction, like somebody's building a house or they built a garage or something, we find on the other side, and usually there's a stone wall involved. And here we've got the whole wetland area that's
Yeah.
between what you're doing and where we are. But we found debris from construction.
No,
They
there
hit
will not be
pieces of
debris.
This and that, and that's my.
I don't
That's
know if
my
you know,
concern.
I don't know if you know Dana, but I'm a little anal. I don't want debris over there,
No.
I like clean.
Yes, and it's a very
And
organized
Trust me,
and.
I'll be there the whole time, construction crews there. Clean up after yourself.
Because that's the only
Yes.
concern I have. Other than that, I'm very much in favor of what you're doing.
Thank you.
And I'm buying another Subaru someday.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
I can address, according to if and when Mr. LaGrave applies for his building permit, it is part of the building permit application package that he fills out, a demolition permit, and that is where your waste is going. So he's required to hire a hauler or whatever. So
Not
it's
doing it.
required that
No,
they're getting rid of the
But the
waste.
wetland over there will be protected if
yes,
something flies over there.
you'll go. get it.
I'll pick it.
He'll go
I'll
get
pick
it.
it up.
Perfect.
That's what
I mean,
my
I dig out that culvert.
You're already cleaning things. up.
Yeah.
Perfect. Sounds good. That sounds like it's gonna be a good project. So if nothing from the board, nothing from the audience, I would entertain a motion at this time to close the public hearing.
I'll make a motion that we close the public hearing. Do we need to vote on it before we close?
I think we close the public hearing and then vote afterwards. Does that
Yeah,
sound right, John?
I believe
Yep,
he's right.
that's correct.
Yep.
Do I have a second on the?
Second.
Excellent, thank you. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion. Dennis,
Yes.
Bruce,
Yes.
John?
Yes.
I also vote yes. So the public hearing has been closed. Okay, seeing as where the public hearing is closed,
A real question.
right, exactly. So at this time, I would entertain a motion to accept the plan as submitted. Oh, let me just actually, before I do that. Does the board see any reason to have peer review? Or do we think we're all set?
Well, so I was gonna ask, so stormwater calculations, they already seem to be taken care of by the
Okay.
conservation committee, right? The
Yes.
conservation group. I mean, it seems that way. So why would we want to duplicate
That's what
that?
I just wanted to, before we move forward.
Because that would be the only reason why we would have
Right.
peer review is for the stormwater.
Right.
Pretty much. And on a project like this,
John?
yes.
Mass DEP wrote, the stormwater standards require infiltration BMPs to be a minimum distance of 50 feet from any jurisdictional water or wetland. See chapter page below stormwater handbook. Site redesign may be required if necessary. Please provide soil logs, please provide. So all of that is considered in Mass DEP email to the applicant that they need to provide additional.
Yeah, so I don't see,
So I feel-
I don't see a need for a peer review.
Yeah, I feel like it's being taken care
That's
of.
my opinion.
No,
I think we have everything covered.
so at this time, I would entertain a motion to approve the plans as submitted.
I'll make a motion that we approve the plan as submitted.
Second.
Excellent, thank you. Any discussion?
No.
Dennis,
Yes.
Bruce?
Yeah.
John?
Yes.
I also vote yes. So plans have been approved as submitted. You were all set. Thank you very much. Yes, you got it. Thank you.
Best of luck.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you for improving the area and
But
making it
it's a
look
long
nicer.
road,
It's a long
Yes,
process.
yes. But it'll be all worth it in the end.
hopefully.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. Great job.
Uh-oh. No, not tomorrow.
No.
Thank you, Mr. LaGrave.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Would you gentlemen like me to collect any state road stuff?
Yep, you're gonna
And
go.
then I will give you the next stuff. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome to come up. I'll take the state road stuff.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Mr. Buckley, at your next convenient opportunity, I will need your signature on that.
Are you in the office on Friday?
No,
Oh, I'm flying home just for the weekend to
Okay.
cook, just to cook for the weekend.
sounds good.
Just be
So-
speaking behind you.
So I don't know, then
We'll figure it out.
I'll be back the following. Maybe if you can leave it in the office somewhere on Friday.
Sure.
Well, there's a couple of good restaurants in the area that you might want to go to instead of cooking.
Mm, yeah. That's what I seem to be doing on my weekends.
That cooking, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, moving right along. So 12 Elm Street.
Yes.
Good evening.
Hi.
Is that above the laundromat old police station?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Want to give us a little information of what you're looking to do?
So I currently.
Could you
own-
introduce yourself?
Oh, my name is Jamie Meza.
Thank you.
I currently own a gift shop in Leominster, Mass.
Okay.
I've been there for going on 4 years. I'm local to this area though. And I've started touching base with working around this community.
Mhm.
So I've been looking for a space, to move.
Nice.
And I wanted to relocate my gift shop to 12 Elm Street, above the laundromat. So I just carry gifty items, candles, cards, apparel. I work with a lot of local artisans who make their own things, jewelry, and other things like that. And then at night, I like to do community-based workshops just to kind of like bring people together. Post-COVID, it's been like a big thing for me. So paint nights, and things like that. And
Excellent.
yeah.
That sounds great.
And why is it requiring a special? Charlie, I'm asking you, why is it requiring a special?
I was actually just going to ask the same thing. Is this just?
Sounds like a great idea, by the way.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, sounds wonderful.
Um,
We'll probably join some of those community nights.
Yeah. It's fun. I like doing it.
Jessica, do we, because this is just a basic application, correct?
Do you remember what?
So I think that he had said that I needed to get an application to use it as a retail space because it was at one point and then it was an office.
Okay,
So we needed to get permission to use it as retail again.
gotcha.
So the zoning enforcement officer said that the site plan approval was conditioned to the owner back in 2012. And
That was a different owner.
yeah, and was not transfundable. approval of this site plan is granted to the named applicant only and only for the purposes stated on the application or as it may have been amended. It is not transferable for any other use of the site by the applicant nor to any other person except with the approval of the planning board. So meaning that there was a retail space in there only for that person, for that,
Correct. Correct.
and the use permit was the route to go
Gotcha.
based on a,
So just a-
based on a similar use.
Gotcha.
Right.
So just basic housekeeping. to
And
get
it's
that.
because it's in the village district, right? This is why we're talking about this.
Correct.
yeah.
It's above the laundromat in Baldwinville, which has, if you guys know, like if you're looking at it, the access, the door is only 1-2 steps in.
Mhm.
But like on the other side, the laundromat, it
Is
makes it look
underneath
like
it,
it's on
right.
the second
Right.
floor.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So does the board have any questions?
None.
Signatures from the building commissioner and health agent.
Correct. We received it Monday morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, the health agent is on vacation this week.
Oh,
And the building commissioner, again, it was received Monday, so,
okay.
pending your approval, we will see if they approve it as well.
I would
I
entertain. a
make,
motion-
yeah.
Oh, before John.
I make a motion, we approve as submitted.
Second.
In a second. Any discussion on the motion?
No.
All in favor? John?
Yep.
Bruce?
Do
Yes.
we want to wait until we get these signatures or?
Not necessary.
No,
No.
I think the due diligence will be done by the boards, and I think everything will be taken care of.
Make it pending the signatures?
Well, I don't
If you,
think
if,
it can't be completed without the signature, so.
Correct.
It's
yeah,
like,
I mean, I think we're approving the special permit.
yeah,
Exactly.
Any other, so just, well, I guess we'll use this as the discussion period. We're approving the special permit. Any other permits that are required, whether it's plumbing or electrical or health code, are all required regardless of our permit. We're just saying, based upon zoning, we believe that this is a good fit for what's needed there.
Right,
Yeah.
you're
Okay.
approving it independently of them. They still have the option of
Okay.
approving or denying it as well.
Exactly. Okay, so I had a yes from John, yes from Bruce,
Yes.
yes, and I also vote yes, so yes, so good luck.
Perfect, thank you.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Either myself or Lori will reach out to you next
Okay.
week after Thanksgiving, and we will get you the appropriate paperwork that you need.
Okay,
Okay,
perfect, thank you
Excellent.
guys.
thank you, Jamie.
welcome.
Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Do we have minutes?
I do.
Oh, look at that.
So it's Charlie, John, Dennis, and Bruce. So it's all of you.
Oh, the people who are here.
Who likes to sign?
I do.
I make a motion, we accept the minutes as submitted.
John.
I do too. I'll second that.
You're the sweetest.
Excellent, sounds good. Any discussion on the motion? Yeah, any discussion on the motion? Okay. Second, perfect. All those, Dennis?
Yes.
Yes. Bruce?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
And yes, so minutes have been approved.
Thank you, guys. So last topic is your next meeting date, pending an agenda. So right now it's scheduled for December 13th, but we don't have anything on the agenda yet. Unless something comes up.
Well, let's keep it and if something comes up.
Yeah.
There's
can
no
always-
reason for us not to meet if
Exactly,
somebody has business between now and then.
exactly.
And we can always cancel it at the end. I wouldn't want to just cancel it because then someone would have to wait.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Might as
And
well
then
keep it posted.
The next meeting is going to be December 25th, which probably isn't a good idea until whatever the date is.
Yeah, yeah,
It
exactly.
would be like the 27th, but you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
Exactly. Excellent, sounds good. Any new business?
None.
I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
We adjourn.
So moved.
Excellent, we're adjourned.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving, John.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.